G'day legends, James here from GAMAFLARE. The Porsche Cup went to the legendary Watkins Glen International, where precision braking and confidence through the S's separated the contenders from the pretenders. Watkins Glen never disappoints, and mate, this round was no exception. 23 Porsches charged towards turn one, everyone fighting for the perfect start. Sid Benjafar finds himself caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, as the first major incident of the afternoon unfolds. Watkins Glen bites again. Stefan Adams loses control and slams into the barrier. Heath Marn struggles with grip and suffers heavy left side damage after a violent impact with the wall. Not long after, Alex Marek and Casey Sturrock deliver one of the battles of the race, running wheel to wheel through the bus stop with neither driver prepared to give an inch. Hugo Allen claims victory ahead of Jordan McDonnell, with Tilbuck completing the podium. The feature starts and the intensity immediately rises. The pressure proves costly for Mark Mudgway, who clips the wall through the bus stop. Later on, Stefan Adams pushes just beyond his limits, spinning out of control near the end. Tilbuck takes the win ahead of Jet Adams, with Blake Greenhole in third. Next stop, the fast-flowing challenge of Barcelona. Over to our commentary box legends, Davo and J-Man from Matchfit Entertainment. Take it away, boys. Keep it pinned, and I'll see you at the next track, legends.
Good evening, and thank you, James, for that quick wrap-up of what was an amazing round at Watkins Glen for round 6 only last week, viewers. But tonight we are heading, like you just saw, to Catalunya for round 7 here in the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all of our viewers tuning in on our Matchfit Entertainment YouTube, and of course our Sky 83 Face TV viewers, and all of our sponsors, GAMAFLARE, the Sim Racing Hub, and SIMBLACKS. I'm Davo, J-Man, always by my side. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Good evening, Davo. Evening, viewers. Welcome aboard. As Davo said, Catalunya, Barcelona. This one here will be a ripper because these cars, I'm sure, were built for this place. Well, this circuit was built for, I guess, the superior race cars on the market. And I tell you what, man, I saw this one come up on the calendar in the season, and I was just like, yes, boy, let's get amongst this one. And hey, look, once again, a stacked field here tonight.
Yes.
The usual suspects.
Yeah.
And, we'll touch base on what that championship likes, getting deep into it now as well. But formula-wise, we're back to an enduro format round, Davo. So obviously this track lends itself 16 turns, 4.65 kilometres. So 15-minute qualifying up as we speak. So good chance for the drivers to cement themselves in a strong starting position and get out there for 55 minutes. Now, requirement tonight, 2 mandatory pit stops are required with a 2-tyre CPS in order for that. So a little bit of work to do for the drivers out there. And we have seen off camera just before the session started plenty of pit action work, Davo. Once again, these guys get to this phase of the racing here and they really do back themselves to go back to back and just make sure they get that pit entry and all those little 1% things dialed in. So that is the formula for tonight, and a stacked field once again. The likes of certainly Tom Bewley, I think Wilcox, and obviously Tilburg has just been performing beautifully at the moment. Alex Sprague back again as well. I think we were absent with Alex there the other week. And
I think so, yes,
yeah.
Correct.
So once again, stacked field. It's going to be tough work to make the top 10, but certainly the podium here tonight, you'll have to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and yeah, we'll get to have a chat to them at the back end of the night. But Davo, what are you got your eyes on at the moment? Who's your pick to go top spot in this one here, mate?
Well, look, I think you've mentioned some of their names already. I mean, the likes of Sturrock, Sprague, particularly J-Man, who we missed. I think it was last week, actually. Till Book, always showing pace. And, oh, look, I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. Sid Ahmed has had a tough couple of weeks. I just hope that he's focused here tonight and it sort of basically gets back on the horse and gives it a red hot crack, because we know how quick he is. We saw him at the beginning of the season, and yeah, look, just those regular names, J-Man, you cannot go past the likes, like I mentioned, Sturrock and Jet Adams, another one, and Alex Sprague.
Yeah, podium last week.
So, yeah, definitely. Is there a couple of new names? I can't remember.
Yep. We got Brock Gilchrist in there. Also, Peter Blackie as well, out on track. Tom Bewley is out there as well. Good to see Darren Lobb, Dan Nolan, a couple of SCNZ boys, regulars in there as well. So that's great to see. And straight off the bat, we see Alex Sprague getting that tyre starting to work now. The 50 car there of Alex Sprague starting to make that thing work and start banking these laps off with 10.5 minutes to remain. We know what these qualifying sessions look like, Davo. They just get better and better as the session goes on. So just watch that totem.
Yeah, hold
move.
on. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen, because it does. It's like a little mini time. Obviously, qualifying. It's a race in itself, as we see the boys, particularly in the endurance format. J-Man, because they do get the whole 15 minutes to run out their qualifying session, and you can see there clearly now on the leaderboard some indicative times coming through now. Sprague, Wilcox, Adams, Swinny, Sturrock, Timperley, Aaron coming up to speed in the Porsches as well. Mark Mudgeway had a tough one at Watkins last week. Vaughan Martin, I think, also might have had a bit of a curly race last week as well. And Dan Nolan all in their provisional positions there, as you can see on the leaderboard. J-Man.
Yeah, I think Mudgeway was probably up till recent times still waiting at the bus stop at Watkins Glen, and I think that bus has arrived and he's back here again. But
yes, he is.
No, good to see the EBS Vegemite car out there, and obviously Vaughan Martin as well. But look, this thing is progressing along nicely. There's another driver out there. That name is familiar. I haven't seen him cut a lap yet, but I see there down the order a little bit, Craig Milne in there. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, don't know.
Haven't seen that driver out on track for a long time. Not sure if we'll actually see a cameo from that one.
He's a random. I think he came in for the pit walk there, and they buckled him into a car, and he's passed out there. We can see clearly. You can actually see we've got a little qualifying graphic popping up at the bottom of the screen there, if you're wondering what that is, ladies and gentlemen. And that basically gives you a coloured indication or visual there of where these guys are in their lap, whether they've beaten their best time via the green bar in that particular sector, or whether they've bettered it with the green bar. Isn't that right, J-Man? And if they go magenta, that means they're session best. So, and I just noticed, as J-Man was talking about Mr. Milne there, that the likes of who was that? Who's the new guy? Who's the new guy? Brock.
Brock Gilchrist.
Yes, was hitting the magentas there a little bit earlier. So, watch that space there, ladies and gentlemen. Hasn't completed an indicative time yet, but definitely watch that space. Sid Ahmed, like we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, up the pointy end there, provisionally in third place on the grid at the moment. So nice work from Sid. Sturrock, J-Man, flexes the muscles in that beautifully presented car. I love the paint job on this Martini, modern take on the Martini paint job. The car looks fantastic, and Sturrock always providing us with some action. J-Man, what do you got eyes on there, my friend?
Just that Toda moving around, seeing Sturrock obviously first into the 45s, Brock Gilchrist and Jaden Wilcox.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Also with good times also. But hey, just a notable mention too with this Open 15 format, still requirement is once you're out there, come back in. She's done. So, the preparation going into something like this, the guys do have to be pretty organised in respect of making sure the correct fuel load's on for their qualifying run and the tyre and the setup's exactly where they want it. Hence why they get themselves pretty organised in a practice session. I'm just watching. So Tilburg does go to the top on the previous lap with a 45 with a 7. So it's all still pretty tight out there. Once again, Jesse Simpson just moves up to P11, so he's coming. Aaron Timperley with a good qualifying so far, just sits just on the button there in 10th position for the 12 car. So good to see Sean McNamara out there having a fang as well. So that's cool to see Shawnee out there in the Porsche. And look, I managed to cut a few laps in something recently with a few of these boys, and man, they are special. I tell you what. There's a lot of talent up and down this field.
Look, yeah, absolutely, J-Man. And particularly, we're seeing names, obviously, with us, broadcasting and calling the Gen 3 supercars for SCNZ on a Tuesday night. They're completely different name set. I mean, we see a little bit of crossover, J-Man, but there's these guys like Porsches, and they are here to drive Porsches like we see with the V8s. So not a lot of crossover, but there is a little bit. And damn, there's some talent at SCNZ, J-Man, both in the Gen 3 supercars and in the Porsche Cups. And if you want to tune into the broadcasting lounge on a Thursday night, man, they get some massive fields and a whole bunch of talent in the GT3 series on a Thursday night too. So tune into that as well if you've got time. J-Man, time is ticking. A little over 4 minutes, or where are we? Just into the just under 4 minutes to go. Just over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, and once again, good to see Jed Adams performing again this week. So he's up there in P7 at the moment, and he's in there at the moment by way of a 46 with an 8. So he is effectively, after him, they do drop into the 47s. Only by a couple of tenths. So he's doing a nice job out there, and he got a deserved podium last week in race 2. So out there,
absolutely,
it's a good program. But I tell you what, the times at the top are super, super tight. If I look at Tilburg and Brock Gilchrist as
Gilchrist
well.
again, J-Man.
Yeah.
The flexing his muscles there with the magenta first sector. Oh, as he just bounces it up over the curb there.
Yeah, he's got something special coming this lap too, mate, I can tell you that.
Chicane there, so just watch that space, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Well and truly bettered his best lap there. So very, very nice.
Yeah, we've seen us good with a 5:45 with a 0. Obviously not in qualifying, but in practice. So there's a little bit more on the table, I think, on offer for a few of these guys. And I really feel like right now that any one of the top 5 could surprise us. No disrespect to Sid and Jet, Swinney and co behind him, but I think just based on what we've seen predictively out of the practice sessions, there is some super, super quick cars out there at the moment.
Without a doubt, J-Man. And look, and the conditions can change things so much, from, like maybe some of the previous sessions that we've sort of caught up with, J-Man, as well. And when you're talking times like that, high humidity levels here today, actually, just looking at our little weather gauge there on the right-hand side of the screen, viewers, with 62%. Now, that will change the grip level on that track. It'll be a little sweaty and a little maybe slipperier than what they would prefer with high humidity levels like that. We have track temps at 29 and ambience at 23, so not too bad. There, as we just got eyes on, who have we got eyes on here, actually? Who have we got eyes on here?
Oh, so sorry, I was just watching Brock Gilchrist there, and
it
one of
was
the cars
Gilchrist.
just spun in front of him.
I thought it was Gilchrist.
Yep. Welcome to, who is that as well? Also, maybe they're not in the server, but I just see Matthew Gerard's in, and then I think it was Hendrik Botha as well. So Just a few cars have not gone out there, so I'm not sure whether they're going to see them out there. Time is ticking, 1 minute 40 left on the clock on this one. Bit of traffic to contend with. This is a relatively, like I mentioned, it's a bigger style circuit. Sort of certainly plenty of real estate out there compared to where we were last night, Davo. It was real estate was at a premium. There's a bit more space to work with on this one.
Oh, definitely. 100%, mate. Vastly different circuit compared to Oran Park last night. Very much a Formula One track here at Catalunya, Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen. And great circuit to have these cars on here tonight for round 7 in the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup.
So Wilcox in, he's out of the fight, sitting P3. It's a good spot to start from the second row. Alex Bragg still pressing on. Tilburg did manage to get across the line for another one.
I've got Gilchrist still on track.
Yep.
And Magenta in the middle sector.
Oh, he's just come up a little deep at the final chicane and decides to fire it down the pit lane. I'll be interested to know the numbers, how Tilburg's going. He's about a tenth away in sector 1. Getting no read for 2.
Qualifying session over, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, top left-hand side of the screen, the checkers are out, so these guys will just be wrapping up their laps now.
Yeah, and big news just in P6, Sid Ahmed Benjafa with a pit lane start, qualifying infringement. And I think that could have been by way of, I'm sure I saw that car in the pit lane and maybe he came back out. And look, Tilburg's happy enough for a front row and pulls that car into the lane as well. So we got Starrick. He's aborted this lap as well. So I think you're right, Davo. It's all but done. Good qualifying there for Darren Lobb. We don't see too much of Lobby, I don't think, in the Porsches, if my memory serves me correctly. And he's done a nice job there to get it inside the 10.
Yeah, and Lobby, but still no slouch, Joe.
No.
See what he can do in a Gen 3 supercar. So, yeah, look, surprise, put him in a Porsche. And he's not far off the pace straight out of the box. So, nice work as we just watch Sid Ahmed just coming through that final little complex. A very dicky little chicane they put in here. The full track is a vastly better circuit, but here we are in Porsche Cups as we just watch Benjamin roll into the pit lane there. I think the last of the cars out on track. We are going to go racing any moment, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to just quickly congratulate Brock Gilchrist, but with a bit of a black flag over his name, so we're not sure what's going on there. Tilburg, Jaden Will, Cox, Alex Bragg, Casey Storick, Sid Ahmed, as we just saw him roll into the pits, Jet Adams, Jesse Simpson, Darren Lobb, and Leith Sweeney running at the top 10. And good to see Aaron Tipley actually nearly sneaking in there as well. And look, if the Brock Gilchrist Black doesn't get waved, then he will be in that top 10, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to all those boys. We are going to quickly just spruik some stuff before we jump into this endurance round here. We're going to spruik one of Matchfit's next events. Ladies and gentlemen, the Suzuka Sundown 450 coming up in about 6 weeks or so. Dates haven't exactly been set, but yeah, another great event put on by Matchfit Events. Obviously, the usual suspects following us with sponsorship, GAMAFLARE, obviously Supercars NZ, SIMBLACKS, and getting broadcast live on Sky 83 as always. Just a reminder to everybody as well to sign up to the Supercars NZ Gen 3 Endurance Series, the SIMBLACKS Triple Crown, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is awesome. Get over there, sign up for that. 3 dates, I think, for that one. 16th of August at the Bend, 6th of September at Bathurst, and then 20th of September at Sandown. These guys get gridded up very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, so we won't muck around too long here. If you want to sign up to any of that stuff or the Get a Sim promotion, you must get this app. Get your phones out, quickly scan that QR code there, and get the best app you'll have on your phone. If you're an iRacer, jump all over that stuff, and you can sign up for all of those events that I just mentioned above, and you can enter into this for free, the Get a Sim giveaway. We've already given away one of these awesome prizes. Thank you to GAMAFLARE, obviously SIMBLACKS, the SimRacing Hub, and SCNZ and Matchfit Entertainment for that awesome prize. But yeah, I think that's about 3 or 4 weeks away. I think we give that another one of those away. So awesome prize, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to get amongst that. J-Man, quickly touch on the points before these guys go to a green. Tilbrook leading the way over Sturrock, over Sprague. Then we've got Edgar. Is Edgar even in there tonight? I don't think he's there.
Lights are up.
Sid Ahmed as well, ladies and gentlemen.
Green.
We are going to get to the action because we got green lights round 7 here at Catalunya in the SCNZ 2026 V8 Supercar Series. Let's get a blimp shot. Look at this, 3 wide behind Gilchrist there. So Sprague, Wilcox and Tim Book, 3 wide down to 1. This track is wide enough to deal with that, as is the first complex of corners, but look at them. Buzzing on through there, very nice.
Alex Sprague with the getaway, Davo. He is definitely on the charge. Gains 2 spots in as many corners and is right on the bumper now of the Gilchrist car with Jaden Wilcox and Tilboot close behind, but certainly, and here comes Casey Sturrock on the charge too. So this opening lap, super important before everyone gets into their rhythm. And who is that? That's Darren Lobb, looking speedy as well.
Yeah, tucked in behind Jesse Simpson there, J-Man. That is the purple car there of Jet Adams as well. We saw him on the podium last week, so do not count this guy out. He's sitting in a good bit of clean air there. Great place to be, actually, at the beginning of such a hectic race. Well, all of these starts are hectic, aren't they, J-Man?
Yeah, it's Sturrock having a big look on tilt right there. And Jet Adams will be the benefactor if anything goes untoward there. So you're right, Davo. He is in a great position right now as we come around to literally head towards the start-finish line for the first time. And it's super close out front between Brock and Alex Sprague. So I think this is going to set the tone here. The boys are going to sprint the lap times, I reckon. No one will be holding back. These things are fuel sensitive. They're limited on that, and they also have to factor in a couple of stops. As we had a big one at the final corner, and I'm not sure who that was.
Braden Lai, J-Man, showing up on my data as off track.
Yep.
So good, tidy start for lap 1 there. I think that is Lobb having a crack on the outside on Simpson there. It's a long way round on turn 3 there. So he might just rethink that one for the next attack. And like we just mentioned, Jet Adams actually just up in front of those two in 6th position in clean air while he just watches what unfolds in front of him here. Lets these guys get into their rhythm and just stays out of trouble there. Wilcox with all sorts of pressure from Book. Good clean start. We'll actually just very tidy stuff. The track lends itself to it, J-Man. It is quite a technical track, but a lot of room to move here for the boys. So good, tidy stuff. We will get back to the Brandon Lai incident. Actually, let's just see what we can pick up there. Oh, might have just caught underneath the inside rear guard of the Vegemite car, piloted by Mark Mudgeway, and put that car around. Well, I don't think Mudgeway really knew he was there. And Brandon just taking evasive action, putting himself in the wall. Unfortunately, thank you to the GAMAFLARE replay boys for that. Actually, we've got another one here that popped up on my radar. This one from Vaughan Martin.
Yeah, so that was Vaughan, and I think maybe Dan Nolan coming together. I know that one has lit up on the radio already.
Oh, yes, most definitely, J-Man. So that's Vaughan with a bit of a tag on the back of the 777 esports car. And it is around again. Thank you to the GAMAFLARE instant replay there once again. So the boys in the mid-pack, just flexing their muscles, you know, just sorting out who's boss here tonight for round 7 at Catalunya in the SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup. Great start from Brock.
Who was that? Jesse Simpson going backwards.
Oh, it was too. Let's have a look at that.
And that thing.
Oh, so that's just
carrying
a bounce.
some front end damage.
Yeah, just as a bounce off the curb there. Really didn't do anything wrong other than just getting too heavy on the loud pedal. Turns that car, but unfortunately gets it into the wall, which won't do him any favours at all. That Porsche, actually, it'll lose, no doubt, lose some speed of that. Just see them, boys, as they just get out of that final right-hander, out of that last little complex of corners. They get out on that outside ripple strip, bounces the front in the air. Not all of them get out that far, but quite a few of them do. It's a good spread field here. Already these guys are really settled into their rhythm. Mudgeway holding down 13th. Sid Ahmed back 8th positions, J-Man.
Yeah, that pit lane start certainly cost them, and also Dan Nolan now having to trundle through the lane, and Vaughan Martin just coming out. I'm sure that was probably for repairs, because clock is down and we aren't at effective open pit window yet. So opens at 10, closes at 45. It's been just literally for some repairs. So status quo at the front. Brock Gilchrist doing a very, very nice job at the moment, just controlling this one and controlling it beautifully. 45.9 last lap through, 45.906 for Jaden Wilcox. And I actually saw Jaden looking really incentivized on Alex Sprague the lap before down into turn 1. Looked like he could carry a lot of entry speed into that part of the racetrack. So just watch that space, that we could see a little bit of action there between the Auto Moves car and the I think it's 9.5 Sim Sport there from Jaden Wilcox. So that'll be a battle that's forming until Book's in a nice position just to keep an eye on that. And further back, Casey Starks in the hot seat in 5th position, with Jet Adams still in tow, and Darren Lobb's done a nice job up a couple of spots. But behind him, McNamara and Greenhall both up 4 spots.
Yeah, so nice work from Greenhall there and McNamara, J-Man. Good call there. As, look, that mid-pack definitely, you know, like I said, the elbows were out there a little bit here and there as those guys settled into their rhythms. But now you can see that field starting to spread out a little bit here.
Yeah, black flag there for Vaughan Martin as well. I just heard him on the radio asking race control if that was from them, and they said certainly not from us. That'll be the iRacing director, and I suspect that was maybe an infringement for speeding in pit lane coming out from getting those repairs. So, it makes a long night longer when you've gone down there for the reason that wasn't your own.
Absolutely.
who's this there just ahead? So that's Mudgeway putting a move down the inside of Benjamin, coming down the hill.
Getting it done nicely there.
Oh, then he's butchered it.
Well, let's just stay on this. We were just picking up on the replay, J-Man, so we'll just
stick with it.
Well, we'll just stick with that one for a little bit here. Oh, he has to. He's just shot in deep there into that little left hand. And it's a little more than a kick, but it's not much more than a kick. But it's definitely a break application, and he's definitely gone in too deep there. So unfortunate for Mudgy there. Thank you, GAMAFLARE replay again, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for everybody tuning in here again tonight for the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup. Thank you, Sky viewers. Thank you, our Matchfit legends that are tuning in. And thank you, GAMAFLARE and SIMBLACKS, for being on board, as always.
A good little margin being built now at the moment. Brock Gilchrist has got that out to around 1.5 seconds now over Sprague, Wilcox and Book. And look, that's potentially going to grow a bit more as these guys maybe start defending apexes.
I think so. I think so, J-Man. I think, look, Alex's focus has gone from chasing the back of Brock's car to what's going on behind him, because Wilcox and Till very close. These guys look like they're sizing him up.
Yeah, like I said, Wilcox looks really, really good. Sector 1, he's certainly got some pace there, and Tilburg has sort of fallen back a couple of times and then caught them back up. So that could be a couple of things. That could be him just looking for some fresh air. It could be these guys here just maybe getting engaged in a bit of a battle, backing the pace up. But last lap through, 46.1, 46.2 for Sprague and Wilcox, and then a 45.9 for Book. So definite pace at the back end of that last lap for Tilburg, and he is right in touch now. Good battle I see forming between Sean McNamara and Aaron Timberley. So Azza and Shawnee going at it. So Jesse Simpson now with a black flag, I think it was. No, it's not. It's still one for Martin. Sorry.
So just picking up on a replay here, we've got Casey Sturrock and Jet Adams off track in quick succession here. I'm not sure what's going on here, so we're just going to pull this up on the replay and see if we can actually spot something here.
Yeah. Might get you to look at the Tilburg Jaden Wilcox pass also, David. Just give us an update on that, because that's just happened as well.
There you go. Nothing to show there, but there is definitely something to show here with Tilburg having a red hot crack on Jaden Wilcox and getting it done very nicely down into one good clean 101 pass there from Book. Jaden having to let Book with clear overlap, had the run, had the draft, and getting it done very nice and neatly. There you go. Positional change. Book onto the podium provisionally.
Oh, Peter Blackie requesting a tow there, so it's gone bad there for the 696 car, Davo.
No. Let's have a look at that car. I think you can see this car actually posted somewhere. And it's a pretty looking car. Not so much now.
Safety car, Davo. Safety car is out, so obviously debris or something of the like on the racetrack, or maybe a stranded car or something's going on. But yeah, that one looks pretty borrowed, to be fair.
So yes, not the best night for Peter there, J-Man.
Sorry, Davo. With that safety car, we can immediately see everybody back from Brock Gilchrist has actually gone to the pit lane. Well, not everybody, but certainly Burke, Wilcox, Sprague, Sturrock, and co. So maybe Brock was just a little bit too far through. Race controllers actually just asked him to just tuck him behind the safety car as he was the lead car. He was just got there that quick, but the safety car wasn't out. So here we go. Cue the drama And the drama is
Wow.
these guys effectively all get in the lane and get this done under yellow conditions. And I suspect that safety car likely to go around maybe one more time. And if that does, I'll be interested to see whether Brock thinks on the fly here and Chuck jumps on down there and tries to get that stop made, or he stays out. There are 2 stops to consider in this race, Dave, and certainly they are inside the window. So, I'm just trying to.
Well, this is where, look, and we're only calling it only just before the safety car, how the field had spread out somewhat. Remembering this is an endurance race, so once they'd settled into their rhythm, there's only a few guys battling actually on track, but then the inevitable, J-Man, the safety car comes out, changes the whole dynamic of the race. Remembering, like you just mentioned, that there is two compulsory pit stops here tonight.
Yeah, so the question's gone out, I think, and rightfully so as well. Okay, so I'm just going to bring you into a little bit of the politics, maybe that goes with a pit stop. You know, there is a requirement to take 2 tyres in these stops. Now, if you have a look at your totem, Dave, I know you have the data, and let's just bring that up and have a look at the time. So the question is, Darren Lobb at a 10.2 versus the average times for the field is around about 20 odd seconds to get that done. Is, you know, look, you could question it at the moment. However, there's still the better part of 40 minutes remaining in this race. He could be literally fueling and I don't know why you'd go 3 stops in this race, but we have seen it before, Davo, right? We have seen this before. Yep. And we have seen somebody do it and claim a race victory as well. So now, just having a look at that lobby back in. So,
yeah, interesting. Okay, that's actually an interesting move there. So,
and Brock Gilchrist in as well. So, what does that mean? Where are the first of the runners? It would be Alex Sprague.
Gilchrist in, J-Man.
Yeah, Gilchrist in, and Alex Sprague gains the lead of this race behind the safety car, with the likelihood that the safety car would peel off this lap, and that would effectively put Brock deep into the field, because the pack had basically caught back up after their pit stop. So just bad timing, I think, for Brock, and Lobby's hard one to unpack what that was all about.
Well, look, he's got 2 stops under his belt now, J-Man. So, you know, that's just what it is. Let's actually get that timing on that last stop for who are we looking at? Lobby, 23.8 seconds. Okay, so there, it still doesn't add up to 2 20+ second stops, but it's a longer stop than most out there. The next with a long stop is Benjamin and also Wilcox there. So a little bit of mucking around and a bit of toing and froing with obviously the fuel loads in these cars. So interesting stuff. A little bit for
safety car in this lap too, Davo. So, look, I don't know, you know, at the end of the day, you could respect if they went back to back and grabbed the 2 tyres, and then maybe look for a splash and dash later on the race with the potential of another safety car. However, that first one was clearly a fuel only, and then a tyre in the second one. That's how you came to the 24-odd second stop in the second one. So, I guess there's a lot to unpack yet, but hey, the main thing is Alex Merritt is out in the lead, unstopped over Alex Sprague, and the other big news is Brock dropping down to 15th, so loses 14 positions out of that. Just unfortunate timing of when he came through when that safety car was called.
Well, Brock and Lobb, both J-Man, both coming into the pit lane there simultaneously. So. Sorry.
What you got to remember, Davo, is Darren Lobb actually came in with the rest of the pack, but he duped them by 10 seconds and got out in front of them all. And that was why the question was asked, did he take a tyre? So that's why Lobby's been in twice.
Lobby has definitely been in twice, yes.
Okay, safety car is in the lane, and we're into it.
Marek off track immediately. lets the boys roll on through.
So, I guess importantly for me is, Sprague there. Obviously, Brock at the moment, in the meantime, has just been jostled back. However, Sprague, Tilburg, Jaden Wilcox, that was status quo before the pit stop. Alex, obviously unstopped, still leaves Casey Stark and Jed Adams to go at it. I think there's been a positional change. Oh, who was that I just saw losing it? Was that? I believe that was Matthew Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard off track, J-Man in the background. So, plenty going on. Oh, as we just actually pick up on the replay of Gerard there. It keeps it away from the traffic and the balls, mind you. There is a lot of room down in that first complex there, that 1, 2, 3, turn 1, 2, 3 complex there. So, nice work from Gerard. Just keeps it out of the traffic and out of the wall. And it gets to play again.
Okay, car 23, breach of restart procedure. So Alex Merritt, unfortunately, has got to serve a drive through there. So something just not quite right there at that restart procedure. And unfortunately, maybe went a little early. And we see a great battle still carrying on, Davo, between Jaden Wilcox and Tilburg. Alex Sprague is wanting to distance from that relationship pretty quickly. He is checking out at the moment.
So then Book, Jaden, Sturrock, well back. Jet Adams in tow. Jet Adams up another position. He was in 6th before the safety car. Now snuck up a position there in that little flurry of pit stops there. Just looking at what's
big
going.
look into one. Big look. And gets it down there, Davo.
Yeah, Marek still struggling in the background there. Sean McNamara nearly getting tangled up in that as well. So who are we looking at there? Sorry, Joe.
Sturrock and Adams, and it's still going on because Adams got him into 1 through 1 and 2, and now Sturrock going to have a crack here up at 4.
Well, I think it was
still side by side.
It's Jet Adams going into 1 over Sturrock there, J-Man. So
yeah, but carry on with it because you will see that Sturrock fights this one back. They're still side by side as I speak.
And very, very close. Nearly contact between the two cars as they tip into 3, and you watch them just run up this short chute. Like J-Man said, side by side and continued it on.
It's literally just cleared.
They run through that whole right-handed here, turn 4, side by side, and then up to the hairpin. Sturrock not wanting to give this up, has to yield, gets the over-under, and then again down into this tricky little kink here. Plenty going on. Jet Adams going, okay, I'll do that differently next time. what a fight there. So great work from the boys there, going hard at it. That is for 4th position, so that's Jet Adams and Casey Sturrock there going on. That's Blake Greenall in the background as well, J-Man. So he is up 6 spots. So bloody nice work from Blake Greenall to get that car to where it is at the moment. Sean McNamara up 6 spots as well in the background in the SCNZ GAMAFLARE car.
Yeah. Brock Gilchrist as well, Dave, I just mentioned he was 14 spots down on the safety car restart. He's claimed back 7 of those spots since we've gone green flag again. So he is absolutely on a rip. Got the fastest lap of the race, a 1:45.706. Last lap 3 was a 46.4. Just remember, he's dealing with traffic as well, only recently dispatching Jesse Simpson, and he will have Sean McNamara next on his sights. And if you don't have to look too far from there to see Blake, Jed Adams, Casey Sturrock. So expect that number 11 Brock Gilchrist car to be back up towards that top 5 very shortly, Dave. With a pit stop to go, he's got time to make amends.
He does. Yeah, look, there's actually plenty of time. We're not even halfway through the race yet, although close, but we are not halfway through the race yet. And yeah, plenty of action to come for these guys, and plenty of time to keep the intensity up. Lobby past, we just caught on live there, Lobby over Mark Mudgeway there in the background, and Cab was now on Aaron Timperley, who's actually doing pretty well. He's sort of held his position. What has he got him up? He's actually he is in his qualifying position. So nice work from Aaron.
Bounce for Ahmed Benjafer off the curb before the final turns, backed it into pit entry. And I'll tell you what, everyone, you buy a lot of ticket that just missed that, because, wow, Davo, that was super close.
And he just picked it up on the GAMAFLARE replay, and he does literally launch that car, and in a particularly tricky position on the track here, as the boys are trying to run out of that corner and get that final right-hander there nailed for that run down a very, very long straight. Excuse me while I sneeze. But yeah, tough work there for Sid Ahmed, and we literally only just previously had cameras on the car behind in Aaron Timperley, J-Man, and now Aaron up into the top 10. He'll be stoked with that at Sid Ahmed's misfortune. J-Man, I think he'll be going, yes. So, let's get back to Brocky. How he must be just reeling in. Oh, he's already passed McNamara.
That's past tense now. He's just dispatched Sean McNamara, and he's on his way towards Blake Greenhall at the moment, and it won't be too long before he gets on the back there. But I'll tell you what, I'm just watching the gap ebb and flow between Sprague and Tilburg at the moment as well. It got down as low as around about 9/10 of a second, hovering about 1.1, 1.2 seconds at the moment, and he very much took Jaden Wilcox with him as well, and that is your podium potential at the moment as we probably start approaching that, halfway through the race, Davo, and still a stop to make. We can see down the order, obviously, pretty much everyone at this point's made a stop. However, there's a couple of cars that have been through twice, some by way of misfortune and others by maybe miscalculation, but yeah, still another one to consider, and this one tactically is quite important to be able to make that stop to get the run home.
Yes.
It's potentially, if you consider that it could be a green flag from here out to the end, you got to make sure you get those fuel numbers correct.
Look, and you're right, and we've seen even the best of them make mistakes in the past, J-Man, so, I'm sure these guys quite often, particularly with safety car situations and maybe unscheduled pit stops, is, they're thinking on the fly. They've got the calculator out in their head while driving quite intensely, battling too at some stages of the race, and trying to just go through the math about where their fuel load should be on the fly. So good work from the boys. A lot going on, J-Man.
Lobby. Sorry, just if you catch that move that he just put on Ezza, it was a big move, and he tell you what, he got it done, but he's had to cover straight away because he's a little bit compromised on the exit down to 10 as well. So, or 9, sorry. It gets it done. So Lobby on the move. Brock Gilchrist, if I look at him, he must be close now to the back of Greenhall. Yes, he is as well. So probably no sooner than you come away from that action, Davo, you're bound to see a little bit more. And also Jet Adams still very much in a battle with Casey Sturrock. So that top 5 is, like we said at the start of the broadcast, you make a top 5 or 10 here, you're doing something special. And obviously a podium, you're on another scale. But man, these guys are fighting for every inch out there on the racetrack at the moment. So where does Brock Gilchrist look to set this one up? We come up out of 3. A big dive up into 4. Not a dive, but certainly a calculated diagonal down to the apex here, and doesn't get a lot of fight actually out of Blake Greenhall. He knows the pace.
He does. And yeah, look, Blake really racing his own race, albeit in clean air. He,
Yeah, and up 5 spots from his qualifying.
Yeah,
He's
no,
doing
true
a
that.
stellar job.
Yeah, no, he's playing the long game, and if we actually, we'll just pull it up for just a second here. Just have a look at the points. And he is running in 6th position with 242 points, I think, or 342 points.
843. Yep.
Yeah, yep. Sorry, I need my eyes checked.
Yep.
Yeah, so well in the game, and with Med having a tough night, he is playing the long game here, J-Man. So he knows exactly what he's racing for and doing it well. So nice work, Blake.
Yeah, really good battle forming as well up the front here, Davo, between Sprague, Book and Wilcox, because when I go back to the fact that these guys have got to stop again, these guys did come out pretty much status quo after that previous pit stop. I guess the odd one out was Brock. Obviously, Gilchrist having unfortunately gone through before that safety car had come out. Hence why I'd actually called him back and said, hey, tuck him behind us, mate. You are the first in the queue. He would have loved to wave around then, but clearly that safety car maybe had crossed the control line before he went through.
Yep.
But, yeah, that's going to be a great little battle between Sprague, Book and Wilcox at the pit lane. But, man, Jet Adams, Casey Starrick, and look, this is rinse and repeat, Davo, from what we've seen before. They are really going at it.
Yeah, look, since the last little replay we caught up with, or the last attack, I suppose, from Jet Adams, he just got off the back of Starrick here.
Yep.
Probably trying to lull him into a false sense of security before he pounces once again. But he
goes for another attack.
He'll be analysing Starrick's strengths and weaknesses from afar there. And look, I don't expect that he's just going to end right there. I can see this one going right down to the wire, and Adams again. It's constant pressure, albeit from 5 car lengths back. It's still constant pressure, and so Starrick really needs to stay focused here. And Jet's not going anywhere, J-Man. He's right there with him the whole time. So
yeah, Brock Gilchrist on the scene now as well. So it poses an interesting scenario. You know, like do you sort of make it easy for Brock knowing his car pace, and then literally hope that he puts Casey Starrick offline when he puts a pass on there, and you can capitalise. But I tell you what, here it comes down to turn 1. Gilchrist just superior brake performance down there, makes the apex after the fact. And this is a smart play here, I think, from Jet, just to tuck him behind and just see what happens and where he catches Starrick and how that goes about, because he could maybe just truck and trailer this situation and pick another one up. The guy that he was fighting with.
True that. And I mean, that'd be the smart move, wouldn't it? Just to try and keep up and just get on the back of Gilchrist's car there. Easier said than done. Easy for us back here in the comms box, Jay, man.
God's view, yeah.
But, look, tidy stuff. And like I said, I don't think the battle between Jet and Starrick is over yet.
No, and same with the, I guess the auto moves cars at the front as well. I just saw that down to around 4-something tenths of a second difference between Sprague and Book, and Wilcox was right in this one. So, like I said, if we go back to the fuel numbers, I think it probably won't account for too much because, they stopped under a safety car. They're all probably very similar, same equipment. Maybe not a lot of fuel saving out there. Certainly not from Alex Sprague leading the way, pushing the air. But look, there was about, it was a second to maybe 2 seconds difference between the top 3 on their stationary stops. And so whether that's just a little bit more fuel for maybe second and third, which is Book and Wilcox over Sprague, or whether that's just maybe pit proximity and the accuracy to the box, I'm not sure. But I tell you what, it is going to set up a great finale post pit stops and a run home, which, to be honest, it won't be that far away before we see these guys play their hand And
As we
Brock
just pick up,
Gilchrist through now on Casey Starr.
yeah. So we're just picking up on the replay of that, J-Man, and one thing that I did take out of that after Gilchrist got past Sturrock, Jet Adams just ranged up, right up behind Sturrock again. Like you mentioned, they're trying to just get that momentum off the back of Sturrock's car. Oh, off the back of, should I say, Brock's car there. So nice work, and the battle continues.
Good drive here for Sean McNamara, sitting inside the 10, 9th position, just ahead of Jesse Simpson, behind Lobby. And he's doing a nice job.
Yeah, so Lobby slowly working his way through that field. I was sure Lob was... oh, no, he'd actually only just got past Timperley, I think, last time we looked at him.
Yeah, so you got to remember, Lobby was the one that stopped twice, once under safety car, and then obviously came back in straight away again and got that tyre done. So I think he's done a stellar job to be where he is. Equally so, Brock, with his unfortunate timing with the safety car, also well up. Mentioned that he was 14 positions down after the safety car. He is only 3 positions away from where he came in. So doing a nice job, and we'll watch that margin at the moment. Sits at about 12.5 seconds away from the leader, and the leaders are separated by 1.7 seconds over the top 3 at the moment. So that gives you an idea how close things are at the top end of the field at the moment. And then there's that gap back to Brock, and look for him to put a dent on that before these pit stops. But still work to do to make a podium tonight, and also a lot of work for Casey Starrock to do, I think, to maintain this top 5, because Jet is just going to keep coming for the next 19 3/4 minutes.
Well, pretty much.
It'll be like this. So any slip up, he'll be there, but also equally so, he needs to stay focused as well.
So the boys just picking up on a replay of Aaron Timperley, unfortunately, getting a little bit loose out of the final corner there. Getting a tag on the wall there. But continues to be pointing in the right direction, and continues on, but has dropped a position or two. Where did we find him? He was in 9th or something, or at least 10th.
Yep.
9th or 10th there earlier, so down a couple of positions now from a few laps ago, J-Man. As is Sid Ahmed, he's having another tough night, J-Man. The poor bugger. Mudgeway keeping it pointed in the right direction. No bus stops here to be sitting around and waiting at. Jesse Simpson doing a stellar job as well. We saw him in the supercars last night, and we just see Sean McNamara, J-Man, sneaking into the pit lane.
In the pits.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's an important one. So that's Sean looking to tick that box for the second stop for the night, and get that one done. So we'll see what that equates to. So you'd expect somewhere north of 20 to 21 seconds once again. It's pretty much the same as stop 1, really, dependent on fuel and how much they've saved or burnt throughout that stint. But who else has gone with him? Aaron Timperley, so has gone in as well. So 20.3-ish, I'm saying, for Sean McNamara.
Yep.
And that is a very, very handy stop. And look, he's racing out of a solid position at the moment. So we wish him well for the rest of his race. And more importantly, too, the 83 car comes out and gets a nice dose of fresh air too, Davo. Absolutely no one in front of him. And just gets a minute just to cycle those tyres back up. And obviously a minimum requirement of 2. So whether it's the front or the rear.
Yeah, and that's important, isn't it, J-Man? Like, being able to come out in clean air like that and just have some breathing space.
Yep.
So you can actually cycle that tyre up without any undue stress on yourself or on the tyre as it cycles up to temperature. So always important. And look, just a chance to take a breath or two in such an intense environment is always awesome. Leading the way, ladies and gentlemen, and up 3 positions on his qualifying. Alex Sprague doing a stellar job there, but look, not too far behind him there in the sister car. Timbuk in second.
Yeah, Till's doing a nice job, Dave. He's keeping Alex right there, and so is Wilcox as well. As I think that was Braden Lie that they just dispatched there.
Yeah. Look, totally. You can't. Jaden has literally been there the whole race. That car has literally been in camera shot of the pack, the pointy end of the field the whole time. So shuffled a position here and a position there, but yeah, right amongst it the whole time. As has Sturrock and Jet Adams. Now we've got obviously Brock working his way back through the field.
Yeah, so he's taken about 2.3 seconds off that margin that I said last time I called it. So it was around about 12 and a half. He's just fallen back out a little bit into the 11s there, so I'm not sure what happened to Brock just then. But just lost a little bit of pace there. Oh, no, there you go. Back to a little bit even flow, depending on where the timing loop is, back to 10 odd seconds. So he's doing a nice job. And look, like I mentioned, or you mentioned, Sean McNamara. I think this could be important too when Shawnee stopped, if he's done his calculations right on his fuel to run this last stint home, and I would expect that he's there or thereabouts to do it, and looking for a big undercut on the competition, and the competition was certainly Blake Greenhall.
Oh, absolutely.
Davo.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Lobby threw on Greenhall just as I spoke there, and I think that was in and out of the chicane and final turn. The Lobby moves up.
Yeah, lob past Greenhall. You're right, J-Man, and the boys are picking up a replay. And why? Because Greenhall is well up on two wheels. Let's just pick up a different angle on that, actually.
The first chink in the armour as you go to that replay up the front there. I saw Sprague there, very, very defensive, and Tilbuck on the attack too. So something maybe just before the pit stop sequence. Number 2's coming out. These boys have gone out at the auto moves, boys, as we do pick up that nice slow-mo there. Just maybe a little bit much curbage action there, Davo, for Blake Greenhall, and it just compromised the ability to get back on the loud pedal, and Lobby sensed it straight down the inside. And all she wrote, grabs that position. But yes, at the front, it is super, super tight now. We can sense it. We can see it.
Yeah, look, you don't need to look at the timing, J-Man, do you? No. You can throw a blanket over these two at the moment. Very, very close in the sister cars there. With, again, Jaden right there. Oh, hang on, here we go.
Right, here we go.
Let's book in.
Tillin.
Book into the lane.
Yeah, very, very hot into the lane too.
Oh, very hot. Man, he looked like he almost looked for a little bit extra bit more tarmac to try and slow that car down, weaving across to the right-hand side of the lane.
Yeah, Brock follows him in as well, so that's an important move there. It was albeit the better part of 11 or 10 and a half seconds back when I last looked. So just watch that space and see what those numbers look like, Davo, because obviously Till's going to be, to the jacks, he's going to be the better part of 10 seconds earlier. So we'll see what that overall time looks like. 20.5 for Till Burke. So remember, we called Sean McNamara at a 20.3. So it'll be interesting to see what Gilchrist does here. He was in a lap later than these boys, and he goes a 21.7. So loses the better part of 1.2 odd seconds to the competition on the jacks.
Yep.
So Till Burke with a healthy stop there, and that'll be important given his proximity to Alex Sprague. So Sprague's got a job to do in the pit lane here, as does Jaden Wilcox. There's obviously opportunity both ways here. Yeah, and look, I reckon we'll see Sprague look to cover this off straight away, Davo.
Yeah. Now, look, I think Till really did need that. He needed those few seconds up his sleeve with the pace of the clear, outright pace of Brock Gilchrist, J-Man. So, we'll just see how that unfolds. Alex Sprague actually just coming through his final little complex the corners here. Looking a little bit awkward. It looked like he might have been just making sure he had his pit settings right. Jaden following him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I can
Jaden
tell you that
very deep behind.
Yeah, the difference is 11.4 seconds, Tilbury to Gilchrist, so certainly a nice little buffer there. Tilbury, who's got good race pace as well. Obviously, Gilchrist, the ability to light that magenta up with that 45.7. And I'd be interested to see how this goes. But for me, it's all about Tilbury's outlap now, Davo, and his ability to try and send it on Alex Sprague here down into turn one. I do believe they're going to come out pretty close to each other. What is the number?
Sprague's still on the jacks, J-Man. Here it comes.
20.4. So there's a tenth of a second in it. So here we go. Wilcox actually, I think, gets out 19.9. So Wilcox dupes them both.
What? So Wilcox still behind Sprague, but really up on his tail now.
Yeah, and got Tilbury in the process as well. I thought Tilbury's 20.5 was nice, but 0.6 of a second on the jacks was Jaden Wilcox. And it gives him an 0.8 of a second outright through the lane, the transit. So he was tidy on the jacks, and we've got a three-way with Sprague maintaining. So Sprague did a nice job there at Davo. And what is the margin? 11.2 back to Brock Gilchrist. So it's probably very similar to what it was, but now we've got the run home. 10.5 minutes now of holding your nerve and going at it. Casey Starrick, where's Jed Adams? They've got Darren Lobb between them now. So what has happened there? 22.1 for Jed Adams, plays a 19 flat for Lobby and a 21.6 for Starrick. So that's the difference.
Well, Lobby hasn't come into the pits since. I mean, he's just kept circulating, and these guys are coming out around him pretty much at the moment, aren't they?
Oh, Lobby's 3 stops in. He's done it.
He is 3 stops in.
That is legit, mate. He's done it by the tune of
and there he is,
2.1 seconds
in 6th position
over Adam and 1.6 seconds quicker than Casey Stark. So he has earned the right. And I'll tell you what, 3 stopper. Absolutely. We talked about it when it happened.
We did.
It's been done before.
It's been done before, and guys have landed on the podium because of it, J-Man. So definitely a thing. What is a thing is the battle that is now ensuing. Sprague out in front, Jaden Wilcox with Till Book on his tail, but this is it. This is the common denominator. Brock Gilchrist on his way. How much time have these boys got left? 9 minutes.
9 minutes, and he's got 10.5 seconds away from the leader. So,
and the pace, J-Man.
Yeah, and 9.5 of that is to Till Book, but 10.2 to the leader. And I tell you what, Book isn't going to take this line down. He is absolutely going to go at Jaden Wilcox here, because at the back end of that run before the pit stops, he looked like he had something in reserve for Alex Sprague as far as outright race pace. And we'll watch these lap times intently, and we won't get a true read on it for one more lap. We can see that Sprague and Wilcox's last laps were 2:23s respectfully, because that was the pit lap. But I tell you what, a 47.7 for Book, a 46.3 for Brock Gilchrist. That is significantly faster on the first flyer.
Yeah. So we've got those times up on the board for you viewers, so you can clearly see what's going on here. These are the last times these guys did, the last flying laps the boys did. Well, clearly for Wilcox and Sprague, they are pit laps, as is Storix and so on. But you can see them there. Gilchrist with a 146.3, J-Man over Books 147.7. That is a vastly quicker lap.
What has happened here? Wilcox to the lead over Sprague, puts a move on.
What happened?
You'll have to go back and look, Davo. The power of the GAMAFLARE replay, my friend.
Well, I've got to find it. Wow. What just happened there? as we are just waiting for our replay guys to get back to us and show us some stuff here. See what is going on. But yes, definitely positional change there.
Oh, no, till Book, is it? Hang on. No, it was Alex Sprague off again. So, Sprague, couple of mistakes in as many laps. Now, that puts Till Book in second. Now, so, unforced.
Yeah, plenty of action going on now. As we start to wind down there, Sprague off track again, like J-Man just mentioned. Actually, we might have this. Let's just have a look here. Okay, so I'm just wondering whether Sprague had a slowdown, because he literally was just deep into the corner and Jaden drove by him.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. There was no mistake. There was no off track. Just a slow
And he's grabbed
push.
it with both hands because he's got 1.7 seconds on the field at the moment. So,
and he deserves to be there. We've been calling him all night. It's been right amongst it. He's actually made a good, healthy break on the boys as they try and sort themselves out there.
Let me quote you this, Davo. Jaden Wilcox, a 146.3, 47.3 for Till Book, so full second slower. 48.1 for Sprague that lap, but get this, a 45.9 for Brock Gilchrist, and that sees him 6.1 away from Sprague, but 8.3 away from the lead of this race. Time is ticking, 5 minutes remaining.
Mate. Jaden Wilcox leading the way over Tilbrook. Alex Sprague, Brock Gilchrist, too far back. J-Man, I suspect now.
Potentially, yeah.
With only, what we got, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes to go. That's Casey Sturrock in fifth with Darren Lobb separating.
Coming. Yeah, he's coming. Lobby is coming.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, no surprise. Well, we could still maybe see Lobb past Sturrock. Jet Adams with a stellar job tonight, just backing off that little battle going on there. Blake Greenhall in clean air has just run a super clean race, really. Hardly worth getting the cameras on him. He's just been the silent achiever, but up 4 positions, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that. So nice work from Blake Greenhall, Sheldon McNamara, and Mark Mudgeway rounding out the top 10 there. So nice work from those boys. And you can see the gains and losses on your screen there, viewers. As I start to lose my voice, it's been a long week. So nice work, J-Man. Nice work, Jaden Wilcox. Timble, Alex Brock is coming. He is running out of time.
Yeah, but look at that.
3 more
Fastest lap.
Look at it.
Fastest lap of the race, last lap through. So he is certainly trying.
With a 5 and a big lap. Like, that's a massive lap compared to the rest of the boys.
So Wilcox looks well in control here with only, a couple of laps to go, Davo. He looks well in control, maintaining that 1.5 to 1.7 second margin at the moment. Needs to make 0 mistakes for the run home here and leave Tilbook and Alex Sprague in the Automoves cars just to sort out this final podium spots. And Brock Gilchrist, like you said, I just think, albeit superior pace at the moment. It's just been a hard charge and a big fight back from what was 14 positions down after that untimely safety car.
Lobby, Stokes feeling the pressure. He was just a couple of wheels off track there. Lobby well up under the wing of Stoick's car. Runs deep again, Stoick. He just sees down Lob's number and just goes, not him.
Yeah. Super close.
I didn't think Lobby would get this close to Sturrock, actually, to be honest. So, no disrespect to Lobby, but I just thought Stoic had this measure. But there you go. That is definitely not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to go. How many laps are we going to get? We're going to get this one and one more.
Yeah. So if we have a look at our margins, and let's just consider that with 2 laps to go, we've got a 1.3 second margin between Wilcox and Book. Another 1.4 back there for Alex Sprague. Another 4.1 for such a courageous drive there back from Brock Gilchrist as well. 4.1 back. Like I mentioned, he's pulled back 10 seconds of that. And then Stark still holding off Lobby. How is he doing this? This is just yeah. That is no easy task.
It's not at all. Bob throwing everything at him. Car up in the air. And again, Stoic keeps the car on the road this time. But here we go. So we saw Casey run deep here. No such luck this time because Lob was out there. Really did shallow his lineup. Oh, so close. We see Jaden will be running across the start-finish line now for his last lap. And, oh no, what is going on here? Lob, one last crack. This is it. He's got one lap. Stoic dodging the draft. Maybe a quick flash of the headlights from Lobby there. How brave is he? From way back.
He's given himself a chance. He's right there. He just needs to keep the pressure on. There's another opportunity up at 4.
Oh, Lobby wide.
Yeah, that's it. You will not see Casey Stark surrender that sort of margin with the final lap. So focusing back on the front, Wilcox doing a nice job. 1.1 seconds he holds over Tilburg here with around about, half a lap remaining.
Oh, not even.
No, not even that. Quarter of a lap.
Yeah,
They literally come around the back now.
Yep.
So
Jaden, Book, Sprague.
and then you see in the back of shot, that is Brock Gilchrist in the back of shot there.
But too far back, J-Man.
I was going to say, who is that pulling into the pits? But I think that was Braden Long.
Yeah, no, that's a out of position car there, blue flag car. So congratulations, Jaden Wilcox, round 7 at Catalunya for the SCNZ SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup over Tilburg, Alex Sprague and Brock Gilchrist. What a fight, what a fight. Casey Stoic holding off down a very eager down Lob there in the closing minutes and laps. J-Man, Jet Adams just in the mix the whole time. Brings it on home in qualifying position. Blake Greenhall up a few posies. Sean McNamara rounding that final complex of corners to keep that SCNZ GAMAFLARE car in the top 10. Nice work, Shawnee and Mark Mudgeway doing the same. Mark Mudgeway up 7 positions, J-Man. Like, awesome work from him.
Good drive.
Aaron Tripoli up and down race, but overall pretty solid. Again, finishing in qualifying position, so nice work from Aaron. Jesse Simpson down a couple of posies in 12th. Dan Nolan 13th. Tough night for Sid Ahmed. Benjapar J-Man finishing in 14th. Matthew Gerard in 15th. Brandon Lai in 16th. Scott Kinder in 17th. Peter Blackie 18th. Alex Marek in 19. Vaughan Martin in 20. And I think that just about rounds out the field. J-Man, What a cracker. Safety car just throwing a bit of a curveball at the boys as usual. So, no surprise.
Yeah, just waiting on Alex Sprague here, but look, if we don't get him in the next few seconds, we will go to Tilburg from P2, so we might do that anyway, and if Sprague turns up, we'll have a chat with him, but look, we will grab Till into the comms box. You got us on comms, mate?
Hello, hello. Nice to talk to you guys again.
Oh, mate, you're making it a habit, which is a good thing, and man, what a fantastic fight, what a fantastic round, and look, Jaden Wilcox in the hunt there as well, just really, like, honestly, like, we thought the fight was going to be Tilburg and Alex Sprague, but cue Jaden Wilcox to the mix, and also Brock Gilchrist earlier as well. The fight is getting hard out there, Till.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jaden's a super fast guy. I was actually racing him the other day in officials. We were just talking about what we're doing differently with setups and everything. So yeah, we're fairly meshed on pace in this race at least. But yeah, just not quite enough in the end to beat him. I really wish I had a couple more laps. But I think he was also playing it safe in the end. But yeah, honestly, super fun race. Got a bit messy with the safety car. But yeah, tried my best to just keep the position where I could.
Yeah, look, sometimes, timing it can go for or against you with those things, and unfortunately just that little margin that he had and the timing just didn't quite work out too good for Brock. But however, more to the point yourself there. Now, I just want to pick up on the little push that we saw at the back end before the second row of pit stops. It really did look till like you had some in reserve, and we just saw the way that you took the fight to Alex leading into that pit stop. Was there a bit in reserve leading up to that point?
Yeah, I was just saving my tires where I could behind him, so I wasn't really pushing too hard. And I thought, okay, if I can just do a really quick in-lap and possibly beat him on the outlap, it might be a good way to undercut him. But then both of them just jumped me a little bit and came out in front of me, so I had to overtake them again, including Jaden. But yeah, a little bit unlucky that I wasn't a bit quicker in the pits then. But yeah, so honestly, super fun race.
Yeah, well done, mate. Hey, another beautiful performance, and I can't wait to see the mathematics to what that looks like in the championship, because it was super tight going in. And look, I haven't had the Matchfit abacus out, but I tell you what, it's got to be even tighter now. So, congrats, Till, on another beautiful performance, mate. And ever the opportunity, as always, mate, to shout out those good sponsors of yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, just want to shout out Automoves Racing Academy as usual, as well as the main sponsor SIMBLACKS for all the love that they're giving us.
Awesome stuff, mate. Well done once again, Tilburg there. And comes P2 tonight. And yeah, always a pleasure talking to you, mate.
Thanks, guys.
So there you go. And we will quickly grab Alex Sprague here, who, I tell you what, if you tuned into this broadcast a little early, you would have picked this car to be at the top spot. But I tell you what, safety cars and fast pit stops, Alex, you had it all to do tonight, mate, and had great car pace. But man, you got some stiff competition in this championship right now.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Pretty disappointed, to be honest, leading majority of the race, and then a couple of silly mistakes on my end at the end to sort of throw it away. But yeah, still happy with the podium.
So just a little bit of clarity, mate, because we do not often see you put a foot wrong, and Davo kind of maybe suspected down there at the chicane. Did you get a slow down there? Because that looked like a little bit of a soft pass for Jaden Wilcox down there.
I just got on the brakes a bit too late and just couldn't pull it up in time, which allowed him to just sneak past. And then, yeah, just couldn't really get back past him. Was struggling for a bit of pace there at the end. Yep.
Well, it's nothing like a little bit of drama and competition in the championship, and certainly yourself and Tiller, man, you are keeping this thing so tight. It's so entertaining, Alex, mate. We couldn't ask for anything more here. But another fantastic points haul tonight. Another great drive. Brilliant qualifying, and yeah, congrats, mate, and always an opportunity as Matchfit gives you to shout out your good sponsors.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. I'll just give a shout out to Automoves, Apex Lab, SIMBLACKS, Edge Overlays, SimRac Market, SimMagic, Pat Skeet Designs, and Jordan for everything he does for the team. Cheers.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, Alex. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
So there you go, and we will cue the race winner. And I tell you what, yeah. if you don't know Jaden Wilcox, you do now, because he has turned up and literally put one over the two championship combatants. Jaden, you got us on comms, mate?
I sure do.
Look, mate, First of all, congratulations. That was a stellar drive. Look there like the stealth assassin sitting there in third for the better part of it. And, mate, when those opportunities presented themselves, you didn't have to ask you twice. Just talk to us about that that move down the inside of obviously Alex, and then those final laps, mate, pressing on, just holding that 1.6 second margin. And I think he got down to 1-1 at the end. But just talk to us about, with the eyes like dinner plates and the emotions running high at that moment.
I was honestly funny. I think Till mentioned as well. We've been doing a lot of races this week together, and I had a feeling. I was talking to my other teammate, who's not in the session. Like, I wonder if they're running the same setup as their own officials, because I saw all the weaknesses that he had. And then as the race started to go on, I'm like, yeah, they're both running the same setup. I was like, it's only a matter of time before one of them outbreaks themselves into the hairpin. Yep. And then that's what Alex did. I'm like, yeah, that's the same move I did on Till only a few sessions ago. So it was just, yeah, see you later.
Yeah.
And then,
and just had the pace. And like, obviously we mentioned to the previous two before you, unfortunate for Brock Gilchrist there, he just got caught at the wrong time under safety car, but he made a real hard charge back and had really, really good pace. But yourself also 45.90 in race trim really proved that, I think you guys had superior pace. I think the right guys were up on the podium here tonight. So once again, mate, like, fantastic performance. And hopefully we get to see a little bit more on a Wednesday night from Jaden Wilcox.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this was I was here for round one. I won the feature, but there was a bit of a messy ending. So I think I did get awarded that win back.
Okay, I do recollect now. Yeah, you're right. So likelihood we're going to see you a bit more, mate?
Yeah, I was doing supercars on a Wednesday, but Porsche's just, it's my Fronte, so I'll be back next week.
Nice.
Yeah,
definitely.
You're not going to get Davo and J-Man arguing with. We're absolute Porsche fans. So, hey, look, yeah, congrats, mate. And it wouldn't be Matchfit without giving you an opportunity to shout out the good people that sponsor or support you there, Jaden. So well done, mate. Floor's yours.
Actually, me and my mate actually own our own team. We're self-sponsored from our own business, so we got All Red Everything are on board with us. We got our own private coaching business. Quote Loop is another one of our sponsors, and then we just got a few behind the scenes, but we're only just a little friend group that jump in every now and then. But I'm the one who probably takes it a little bit more seriously.
Well, you're making all the right moves, mate. So that small group behind you is doing big things out there on the racetrack. So shout out to you and those and the guys around you, your business and the supporters around you, because you're doing awesome stuff out there. I mean, this is by our opinion, a pretty stacked field. There's some good quality out there, and you ran with it tonight and proved that. Look, if you want to beat Jaden Wilcox, you got to do something special. So. Well done, my friend, and congrats on that one, and look forward to seeing you next week.
It's awesome.
Thank you. Me and my Toy Story livery. I don't know what the issue with trading paints is. Nothing works for me. We have our own custom livery, but Toy Story just always wants to stick itself.
Oh, does it? Okay. Well, that's annoying. There you go.
I'm sure there's some fans out there.
You stood out from the crowd. It's a bit odd.
Yeah, in the automotive sandwich, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, nice one.
Take it to the big things.
Yeah, totally. In your Toy Story car.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and I'll bring it back.
Yeah, no,
I think it should stay.
Good. Yeah, that's
right. Keep it there, mate. Keep it there. Well done, Jaden Wilcox. Awesome stuff, mate.
Take it easy, gents.
Cheers. So there you go, Davo. Race winner, Jaden Wilcox there, like he said, in Auto Move Sandwich there. And I'll tell you what, what a great fight tonight. And congrats also to Brock Gilchrist on the drive back. Casey Stark, Darren Lobb, Jet Adams, Blake Greenhall. Sean McNamara makes a 10. Mark Mudgeway inside the 10, well up into 10th. So, look, fantastic performance here for the Catalunya Barcelona round. Really, really good spectacle out there. And Davo, I will let you wrap the show. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you, J-Man, and thank you, viewers, all of our legendary Matchfit Entertainment supporters on YouTube, and all you Sky 83 Face TV legends as well that tune in each week for all the Matchfit Entertainment content. here and joining us once again on a Wednesday night for the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup. That is a wrap. What is next week? Let's have a quick look at a sticky pick at the calendar. We are back to Miami International, so that is going to be awesome. Thank you to our sponsors, GAMAFLARE, SIMBLACKS, the Sim Racing Hub, and all of you viewers tuning in. If you're on our YouTube, hit us with a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe, and we will see you all next week. Bye for now.